What's up, folks? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at SPY and how I traded it today on the 9th of January. First, I'm going to go through the two trades that I personally took today, how they went, and then I'll go and discuss a couple of the trades that I saw playing my strategy so that you guys can see exactly the way that I look at the chart when looking at SPY. So without any further ado, let's get right into the charts and discuss the day. So I'm going to go right ahead and skip charting all the pre-market lines because I find that it's repetitive and most people know at this point that it's a support and resistance line. And, today we kind of jumped right up into the day, not really having much use for those pre-market lines. But if you're new to my strategy, make sure you do check out the first part in my mentorship, series. It's on the YouTube channel, 100% free, and there I discuss, exactly how I trade in the first part of it, and then I'll have more and more series coming out very soon. But let's just get into the first trade that I took. So I took some puts right here. We had a support, we broke through. All right, we had 82K volume here, and we had 127K volume here. Now, I was in school and I was not able to see the volume. I do need to set up volume on my phone so that I can more easily see the volume. And otherwise, if I would have been able to see the volume, I would not have taken this trade. But I did take puts right here. Everything was good except the volume. So this setup was there. But if I was at home on my setup, I would have never taken this trade. This is how important volume is, and that's why I love volume. All right. I just couldn't see it when I was in school, but this is, shows how much volume works. This candle had 82. This candle had 127. We have more volume on this candle, so we're likely to continue up from this level. All right. This was a small losing trade. I got in right here, got stopped out right here. All right. About 10% loss overall in the trade. All right. Not too bad, but, it was the contract moved pretty quickly right here. And, sucks that I couldn't see volume while I was in school. All right. The next trade that I did take today was we had this support. We broke through. All right. We had 121K volume breaking through that support. We came up. We retested on this candle with 105K volume. All right, I took some puts right on this candle actually. All right, so this candle approached it, and then this candle started to print right here. That candle, it kind of moved up a little bit, touched that line, and we continued down. So I took some puts right here, and then I scaled a lot of it at this support. All right, and then I actually decided to hold 3 contracts through this entire chop. And then I think, let me check, I sold at 1241 for over, so for over 100%. This was overall on my runners, all right? I scaled most of my position right here, scaled a little bit more right here, and then I held like just some runners to see how it's going to go on all the way through until to here. All right, I kind of let them run. I went on to do my thing. I think I set an auto stop at high of day just because I was already in so much profit. I only had 3 contracts. I just decided to let them run. All right, if it would have reached high of day, broken, I would have stopped out. All right, I just set the auto stop on the contract at high of day at that price. All right, so those were the 2 trades I took. Pretty nice day. This trade definitely made back a lot of the loss that I had on this trade. So a green day. Again, I have been busy, very busy with school lately, so I haven't been able to constantly trade, but still green is green. Now let's discuss some trades that I see today, that misconceptions, good trades you could have taken, some other trades, etc. So we had a clear level of support right here. It was also a resistance level right here. And when we broke this level, we broke it with 182K volume. We came up, when we retested, we had 164K. This was a pretty nice put entry to the downside. All right. If you took this, you would have gone stopped out right here. Would have been a losing trade. Setup was there. Entry did not work out. All right. 2 trades right here. Flag plays. Perfect. We have a clear level of resistance right here. Right. 1, 2 rejections, 3 rejections. On the fourth rejection, we see the rejection. You take puts at that candle the moment it breaks through that flag. All right. So we're talking about this flag right here. Broke through that flag, you take your put entry, and you scale at that support. You could have done the same thing to the upper side if you were looking to play the trend, which is a better thing to do. We had a clear flag right here. We had a clear support, all right? Most important thing is there's nothing in between that's invalidating that support. We have that flag. We break through it. You take your puts, and you ride it up. I mean, you take your calls, and you ride it up. All right? So yeah, this was a pretty nice entry, all right? So yeah, this was the entry that I took. This was another great flag play, all right? We had a clear level of resistance. We had this space right here. We had that flag. Price broke. You could have took puts and rode that down. So this was the trade that I took. Very nice trade. And then at this point, we kind of started to chop. I noticed these little tiny candles that we haven't been seeing too much throughout the first part of the day. Contracts were chopping up. No pullbacks were actually coming back to areas that I was liking. So I would not have been trading any of this. All right, I was looking at the chart at this point, and all of this did not look good. There were some pretty good setups throughout this, leading up to this, but at this point, there was not much. All right. So yeah. We kind of moved down. None of these entries right here were really good. We had this support. This price never really reached to that support. All these one candle pullbacks, I'm not interested in this. This right here, when it came up, to that support level, it had 69K volume. This had, this had more volume. So there was always a reason not to get into a trade. Most of these trades always had more volume on the pullback candle than on the breakthrough candle. And so really there was no point of trading this. All right. None of these came up. All right. All this is one candle pullbacks. I don't take those. This right here, we had, we had 121K and then 145K. Yeah, so this was, I guess, a possible trade you could have taken right here for puts. But to be honest, overall, because of this price action and, the fact that this level of support right here for turning into resistance was pretty loose because we kind of invalidated it here, I was not really interested in playing this. On top of that, we had this kind of resistance that was broken here. All right, which is just another thing I usually don't like to play when price action is already choppy. This kind of rejected at nowhere. Nothing really good here. You could have technically played some flag plays right here if you really wanted to. But again, I would not have because of the choppiness. Came down right here. None of these pullbacks came to any areas that I was really looking at. This one candle pullback, not good. This support never came up to that. So yeah, I was not really interested in playing this later part of the day. We kind of had these massive moves, no real entries here, all right? There's always volume that's invalidating all these entries, and that's why I love to look at volume, all right? There was something that I wanted to discuss about this. So there was this entry that I wanted to discuss right here for calls, all right? So, so I don't even need to circle this. So, as you can see right here, we have a clear level of support right here. And a lot of people are like, why is this not a flag play? All right. So, we have this clear level of support. And why would I never enter calls right here? Because we're not bouncing off of this level. We need to come, validate this support, bounce from it, and then break the trend. All right. If we don't validate this support, we just break down and then we bounce off some other level, that's not a trade I'm taking. So this is a good thing to keep in mind for these flag plays. All right. Even with this resistance level, this flag would not have been good because we rejected right here, not right here. All right. So we continue down here. Again, there was nothing towards this end of the day. And then the last, 30 minutes, I don't ever play. So yeah, that's kind of I wanted to do a little quicker recap, just to get straight to the point, show you guys the 2 trades that I took, so you guys can see exactly the way I played, and then talk about some specific entries that I see, and then just say that the second part of today, I really was not interested in trading a lot of this. There were some trend lines you could have charted here and there, but a lot of them would have been scalps, and a lot of them had a very breakout candles that would have gotten you stopped out. But yeah, that kind of covers the day. If you guys did enjoy this, found any value, and want to support the community, support the channel, make sure to drop a quick thumbs up and turn on your notifications so that you're subscribed, so that you didn't know when I release new videos. And if you haven't already, make sure to join the Discord server, linked in the description, where we actually discuss everything about trading, and we actually trade SPY every single day. So if that sounds something that you're interested in, do be sure to join the Discord. But yeah, thank you guys all for watching. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.